Hi, how are you? Fremont Lee here. Been a while since I've done a video. I hope all is well with you. It is December 1st, 2020. Yay! I guess we've made it to the 12th level of Jumanji. Internet joke. I don't. Today's birthdays, which I have skipped birthdays and all that for the past few days, week, whatever. Haven't done a video, but it is December 1st, 2020, and the birthdays today: Bette Midler, Woody Allen, Zoe Kravitz, Treat Williams, Emily Mortimer, Sarah Silverman, Janelle Monáe, Nestor Carbonell, producer Larry Charles, Oba Bobatunde, Oba, O-B-B-A, Bobatunde, B-A-B-A-T-U-N-D-E. That little thing over the E. Charlene Tilton, Carol Alt, Jonathan Katz, Gary Grossman. He was in the movie Bachelor Party. I don't happen to have that movie, so I can't go, this was him. You know, like, here's a little picture there. Anyway, Stephanie Finocio. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, I've seen a picture of her. She can come to me and say, this is how you say it. Thanks. She played Trinity on ECW wrestling thing. She does stunts in movies. And Lee Trevino, golf legend. And to the late Richard Pryor, Dick Shawn. If you've ever seen The Producers with Gene Wilder and the other guy, can't think of his name, but Dick Shawn played the hippie whatever guy that they got playing Hitler. And he's like, yeah, and he gives because they give the Nazi salute in the play, because that's what they were bilking women out of money. And if they didn't have a hit play, they didn't have to pay the people that put money into the play. So they hired this hippie guy to play Hitler. They made it a musical. If you've ever seen the movie The Producers, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, well, good luck with that. But they give the Nazi salute in the play, so Dick Shawn's character gives him a high five. Yeah, man. Kind of a hippie thing to do. Anyway, I believe that was Dick Shawn. I could be totally wrong. I think I'm right though. Kim McGuire, who played Mona Hatchet Face Molinarski, Molnorowski in Crybaby, 1990. She's the one with the face, which I don't know if I just felt like I was doing Bud Spencer there. Lou Rawls, David Doyle. He was on the television series Charlie's Angels. He was the one that played Bill Murray and or Bernie Mac's character in the movie. Name's not coming to me. Anyway, Malachi Throne and Mary Martin. As the title says, it's throwback movie. I am trying to put this into an order that might make sense to me. Oh, good luck with that. I'm not sure anything makes sense to you, sir. Why you gotta be so mean? Don't you know that I'm human too? Okay. Movie I've talked about, Angus. My favorite scene is the speech he gives at the dance. I'd do it for you now, but I'm on the spot. He and James Vanderbeek sort of get into it, and it's like, oh, I'm still here, asshole. I'll always, wait. I should set up the scene. They nominate him as the king of the dance, so he can dance with the girl he's always had a crush on throughout school, and she's the queen of the dance. So because they're the king and queen of the dance, they have to dance together. And in the movie, his character doesn't know how to dance, so his grandpa, played by George C. Scott, uh, takes him to Madame Lewenska's whatever dance thing and played by Rita Moreno, to learn how to dance. Anyway, they get done dancing. James Van Der Beek as Troy, not Troy. Troy was Chris Owen. Give me a second. Anyway, I can't remember. James Van Der Beek's character ends up going, look at this guy. He's just like, leave her alone. Oh, what are you gonna do? And it's like, and then James Van Der Beek says, it's time I should do. You take your best shot. Knocks him down into the table, and it's like, oh. And he's like, welcome to high school, Angus. Good thing you're leaving. And then Angus gets up. He's like, I'm still here, asshole. I'll always be here. You'll push me down. I'll get back up again, and again. Oh, there's pushing him back, and he ends up landing on the steps. I'm a fat kid who's good at science and fair at football. I'm okay with that. Why aren't you? It's not normal. You're not normal. Oh, and to be normal, we all have to be like, or no, who is you? Bet your ass. Oh, and to be normal, we all have to be like you. There's 400 people in this room. None of them are like you. Some are tall, short, freckles, whatever. Blah. It was a great scene. You can find it on YouTube. The movie came out in. I know I saw it twice at the theater when it came out. It was like I saw it. It's like I don't really. I need. So I went. I got back in line, watched it again. Kathy Bates, George C. Scott, Chris Owen, Ariana Richards, Anna Thompson. Introducing Charlie Talbert as Angus. Featuring new music by Green Day, Weezer, Goo Goo Dolls, Ash, The Smoking Popes, Dancehall Crashers, The Moths, The Riverdales, Pansy Division, Love Spit Love, and Tilt. You know what? I can't find it on that. Maybe it's on the actual 1995. Which means it's been 25 years. Zoo Radio. First there was Animal House and Porky's. Now comedy has a new name, Zoo Radio. Zany, obnoxious, off-the-wall radio. Only name I think anyone would actually recognize was Peter Feig. None of the people in the movie were familiar to me. It was copyrighted 1990. Family Video, 701 Locust Avenue, Fairmont, West Virginia. Yeah. Anyway, on every radio dial, there's a Zoo Radio. Don't touch that dial. You've found us. That's Chester Drawer, the blind, stuttering DJ, opening his morning show on K-Lost, the radio station that's a zoo. When an eccentric communications tycoon dies, he leaves his only two sons rival radio stations. He also leaves them a strange contest. Whichever station gets the highest ad revenues will control the other station and receive his estate worth over $60 million. What it takes to win this war is strategic programming, high ratings, and educated risks. The DJs at Zoo Radio have none of this, but they do have raw animal instinct, literally. With their survival on the line, the bizarre gang of misfits, including a rapping rabbi, which not really true, he guy imitates one once, battle each other for ratings, sponsors, and blonde bombshell Wendy Piccolo, this actress here. With one outrageous prank after another and shows like Pig Talk, it's a hilariously zany roller coaster ride that never stops. I thought it was funny. The way they edited it. Uh, there was another storyline that didn't make it into the movie, which I'm okay with that. Showdown in Little Tokyo, Brandon Lee, Dolph Lundgren. Ooh. Okay. I've got to light your love away. I don't know where that came from. That's two movies. And birthdays on this December 1st, 2020. I'm looking at me, looking at me. I'm looking at you. What are you doing? Put that back. No. I'm going to do City Heat first. Clint Eastwood, Burt Reynolds. When a hotshot cop and wise guy detective get together, the heat is on. Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds are a dream team in City Heat, a gangland romp where the laughs never let up and pace never lets down. In Kansas City, 1933, wisecracking detective Murphy, played by Burt Reynolds, tries to find the mob tough guy who disposed of his partner. Police Lieutenant Spear, Eastwood, doesn't have much tolerance for the local gangland war's body count. Neither Murphy nor Spear likes the other very much, so that makes them perfect partners. And it provides the ideal scenario as they clean up the town with slugfests and shoot-'em-ups that parody Reynolds and Eastwood's macho serene images. Director Richard Benjamin gets the 30s stylishly right, and the supporting cast, Jane Alexander, Irene Cara, Rip Torn, Richard Roundtree, Tony Lo Bianco, and Madeline Kahn, make the antics sparkle, hard-boiled and hilarious. City Heat is your red-hot ticket to starry entertainment. I liked it. Came out 1990 something, 1984. This, of course, was package design and summary, copyright 1997. But the movie came out in 1984. I like it. If I could find it on DVD, I'd probably get it, and then I probably wouldn't watch it. I like the movie. It's just I haven't really been watching movies lately or TV. Kind of sad, really. Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah. Keith Gordon. Keith Gordon is in this. He was the actor in the movie Christine, whose car to Christine stuff, if you've ever seen it. I also want to say Keith Gordon was also in the movie The Legend of Billie Jean, starring Helen Slater, Christian Slater, no relation. And what's her face, who does the voice of Lisa on The Simpsons? Like Fremont. Her name isn't like an ordinary everyday name as far as I can. I mean, it is for her because she lives with it. I just can't think of it right now because I is stupid. And Judd Nelson's birthday was a couple days ago, November 29th, I think. May have been the 28th. Manny Patinkin, Ben Stiller, Colin Mochrie, Jack King, G. Gordon Liddy, Clay Aiken, June Chadwick, the late Billy Drago, Kaylee Cuoco. Okay, so it may have been the 28th or 29th, because that would have been the 30th of November. Anyway, I've been wearing this shirt since then. The Breakfast Club. Look for me. Look for me. Oh, seen. Got double vision. I love the movie. It certainly is a moment in time because you figure at this point, people, I don't know how, if it's the same setting in high school. There were 5 teenage students with nothing in common, faced with spending a Saturday detention together in their high school library. At 7 a.m., they had nothing to say, but by 4 p.m., they had bared, not haired, bared their souls to each other and become good friends. They bared their souls to each other and become good friends. Should have been became good friends? I don't know. John Hughes, creator of the critically acclaimed 16 Candles, wrote, directed, and produced this hilarious and often touching comedy starring 5 of today's hottest young actors. Today, of course, being 1985. Emilio Estevez, Anthony Michael Hall, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, and Ali Sheedy. To the outside world, they were simply the jock, the brain, the criminal, the princess, and the kook. Crazy person, whatever. Basket case. That was it, what they say in the movie. Basket case. But to each other, they would always be the Breakfast Club. Also starring Paul Gleason. It doesn't mention Carl, the janitor. I like the speech at the end. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen the movie, well, you've been living under a rock. Just kidding. I'm going to do 2 movies. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I'll do 3 more movies. I don't know if I'll cover the other 5. The Crow, starring Brandon Lee. It was definitely a thrill ride of a movie. I bought this when it came out. It came with a card that had a fill out your address and whatnot and mail it in for a shirt. Exclusive premium trading card, 1 of 1, available exclusively from Kitchen Sink Press and Buena Vista Home Video. The late Brandon Lee portraying Eric Draven, the hero of The Crow, the gothic masterpiece of eternal love and vengeance. The Crow, trademark, and copyright something, 1995, Crowvision Inc. Kitchen Sink is a registered trademark of Kitchen Sink Press, photo by Robert Zuckerman. Exclusive limited edition. I've got to hide your love away. The movie, had I been smart and actually read the card first, which I should have, I kind of, I perforated it, got the, at the perforation, filled it out, mailed it in, and ended up looking at the card after I'd done all that. And I was like, it said, you could copy it or just put this on a 3x5 card and mail it. Ernie Hudson is also in this movie. If you've ever watched Ghostbusters, the one with Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Rick Moranis, Sigourney Weaver. That's the 1984, I believe. Could have been 1985. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Um, but he was the fourth Ghostbuster. The Crow, City of Angels. It says it's a spectacular sequel to The Crow, but it was not well received due to the fact that they had somebody else in the role of the Crow, and they just tried to copy the first. And I don't know if there was actually a reason for that. I said, "Hey, let's make more money," because that happens. They do that. I don't know why. It's like those celebrities after they're asked the question. Yeah, no. It's like I'm sorry. You do know what you're talking about, don't you? Yeah, no. It's like 1996. This one came out. The next one is kind of an older movie in the sense that Tim Robbins, Stephen Jeffries, Cherie J. Wilson, Cameron Dye, John Vernon. John Vernon, not to be confused with Richard Vernon, the character played by Paul Gleason. John Vernon, of course, was in Animal House. He was the dean, and he was the mayor in one of the Dirty Harry movies. He was also Animal House. He was the Dean Wormser. Secret double probation. What is that? For Fraternity Vacation. Fraternity men, Mother, Tim Robbins, and Joe, Cameron Dye, have their sights set on sun-soaked bikini fest down Palm Springs Way. They're just hoping that Wendell, Stephen Jeffries, he was in Fright Night or Fright Night 2, I can't remember. Vampire movie with something. The ultimate nerd whose father is paying for the trip won't spoil the fun. Once in town, the guys run into a couple of rival frat rats and proceed to wager $1,000 for the one who can score first with the luscious but indifferent Ashley, played by Cherie J. Wilson, who's on the show Walker, Texas Ranger, as the lawyer. People grow as actresses. So yeah. Despite their outrageous and hilarious repeated efforts, it's no go for any of them. Meanwhile, much to everyone's surprise, Wendell embarks on a few wacky misadventures of his own. He manages to pick up a girl in a disco, fall through a window into a woman's bedroom, get arrested, befriend a couple of hookers, and completely outrage the chief of police, all within a couple of days. And that's only the beginning of Fraternity Vacation. 95 minutes. It says 1990, but that might be for this setup. I want to say the movie was actually like 1985 or some shit. Catalog number, blah, blah, blah. Copyright proprietor, blah, blah, blah. For clearer picture, adjust tracking on VCR. Yeah, I don't think the movie was from 1990, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Sure, I'll be wrong again. My favorite line in this movie, Mother and Joe confront the fraternity guys in which they have that $1,000 bet, who organize a thing where all of the other fraternities, sororities who are down in or over in whatever it says, Palm Springs. They organize a little thing where they all show up at the police station to get what was his name? Wendell's character out of jail for being falsely arrested or whatever it was. And that's Tim Robbins and Joe, as Mother, and Joe played by Cameron Dye, I think. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. Anyway, my favorite line was when Mother and Joe asked the other guys, "I don't get it. Why'd you help us?" To which the other guys say, "Hey, listen, when it's us against you, it's us. But when it's us against them, it's us." Something about that always just kind of like, yeah, I get it. You know, the other 5 movies were Last Action Hero, Highlander, Scrooged, which I figured Christmas movie, I could talk about it, but I'm like, I liked it. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. If you have seen it, cool beans. Time Cop, I liked it. It was, Mia Sara. In the year 2004, time travel is not only a reality, it's an opportunity for criminals of the future to alter the past for profit and power. International superstar Jean-Claude Van Damme stars in this sci-fi action thriller as embittered time cop Max Walker, toughest member of the elite Time Enforcement Commission, which was created to enforce one simple rule: no one goes back. But Walker may have met his match in the person of Senator McComb, played by Ron Silver. A corrupt, ruthless politician who's determined to reinvent history, get rich, and buy his way into the White House. Walker's relentless pursuit leads him to the year 1994, where he is confronted by an even more powerful force: his own interrupted past with beautiful wife, played by Mia Sara. If you've seen the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off, you know who I'm talking about. Hubba, hubba, hubba. Anyway, hi, how you doing? Can Walker resist the impulse to change his own future and still battle an evil that threatens to rip apart the very fabric of time itself? Bruce McGill is also in this movie. If you don't know who that is, he played D-Day in the movie The Animal and the National Lampoon's Animal House. He's the one that could do thing on the throat. He's on Rizzoli and Isles, or was. I don't know if the show's still on. Like I said, I don't watch TV anymore. So he's done other stuff. He was on MacGyver, Richard Dean Anderson version. I think he may have made an appearance on the new one, but as a different character, which I think after the first season, or I didn't even watch the entire first season. I have it on home on DVD though. The first season, I just stopped watching. And of course, Used Cars, Kurt Russell, Deborah Harmon. Took me a minute. Jack Warden. This says copyright 1995, but that's this whole new layout. The movie was actually 1980. Copyright 1980. I had to dig this, my tote, the storage thing, out from under my CDs, cassettes, audio cassettes, no, and a bunch of other shit. I wanted to talk about some of those movies. I wanted to The Crow because that card. Yeah. Um, I hope all is well with you. I haven't won any of the lotto, so that sucks. I mean, I had the like Mega Ball for in a number with the power play, which uh, multiplies it by either two, three, or four, possibly five. I'm not sure. I've only seen like it multiplied by two and three, but it was multiplied by two, so I ended up winning $8 or $10. I can't remember. I think it was $10 because the Powerball I had one number and it was times two. That was $8, and I'm thinking, why can't I get all six of these correct? I hate my job right now, and it's mostly due to the fact that they're moving me out of the area in which I've been working, dairy. um, and that's fine, I guess. Uh, just my new supervisor's a real pain in the ass. She calls me dear, and I'm like, isn't there something sexual harassment about that? Because it's not my name on my badge. Of course, neither's asshole, but that doesn't stop some people from saying, "Hey, how are you doing? Everything all right with you? I hope all is well with you." Um, a little over half an hour, but yeah, City Heat. I like City Heat. I don't know if I actually talked about that. I know Burt Reynolds and Clint Eastwood had gotten together because they both did like TV show westerns or something, and one of them had a chipped tooth and the other one couldn't act, and they had met like when they were first starting out as actors way back. Not to say that they're old, but well, late Burt Reynolds. Um, anyway, a producer guy or studio head or something wouldn't hire them because the one couldn't act and the other one had a chipped tooth. And they sort of met on the way out, and it was like, you know what, guy's a real a-hole. I can always learn how to act. You can always get your tooth fixed. He'll always be an asshole. Uh, there was a story. I don't know who told it or where. It may have been Burt Reynolds on the uh, IFC's Dinner for Five, where he relays the story of this happening. And, you know, at that time, Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds kind of made a name for themselves as, reliable actors and decent, whatever, money making, whatever. They ended up getting together at one time, and it was like, let's say we go look that guy up and beat him up. And Burt Reynolds, I think he may have died. Well, let's go find out where he's buried, get a six pack, and piss on his grave. To which I think they may have done that. I don't know. But I think Burt Reynolds had relayed that story on Dinner for Five. But yeah, they did City Heat together because they hadn't worked together as far as I could remember. And this opportunity came up. It's like Stallone and Schwarzenegger hadn't. They always had this rival, which is why Schwarzenegger, which is why Stallone either did the cab driving movie where he becomes a country singer with Dolly Parton, or Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. I think both of them were I think Arnold had passed on. One of them, I can't recall really. I've got all of this up here. It's just getting it filed correctly is a big pain in the ass. But yeah, they you figure Stallone and Schwarzenegger had a kind of rivalry, and they didn't really like each other because one did Rambo, the other did Commando. It's like they're kind of like trying to outdo each other, which is funny. It's it's like, hey, guess what? But they've become friends, so it's kind of cool the way that works. I wrote 10 more, or I typed up 10 handwritten pages on my next book. I'm hoping to get the. Um, I'm hoping to be. I joked on Facebook that at this point it might take me until I'm 51 before I'm done typing this up. My birthday's in October, so that's going to be what, 10 months, 11 months from now, technically, being just December 1st. Uh, I do hope all is well with you. I do thank you for watching. I'm not sure if I enlightened you or gave you some information you didn't know, or maybe I talked about a movie you haven't seen and you're like, maybe I should check that out. That'd be cool too. I'll save a couple of these for another time, due to the fact that it was a pain in the ass fishing all this out. But it did give me a chance to vacuum where these were, or around the area in which these were. Spider webs were there, and that was a. When I vacuumed often, there was still it still filled the little container that, or the cylinder, whatever you want to call it, and it'd be like that much. Like, holy crap! That's vacuuming every other day. Uh, I only did, think of it as a landing strip, if you know what I mean, for pubic hair. Um, that little like landing strip. That's about as much room as I did. I did a section in my room that was small, and it was filled that full. Although I did do the ledge of the window and kind of right behind my dresser, where I was like with the hose and the stick, the attachment on the vacuum cleaner hose, where it's like so like for corners, or for the edge next to the wall, we can kind of get. I'm not doing it so you can see it. Just and it's like that stick just going to. But I don't want to go into work tonight. I work tonight. I don't want to go in. But in Michigan, the Fantasy 5 was up to $200,000, or a little over. Somebody won it. Wasn't me. I didn't even have a number. That's just, so I'm hoping tonight on the Mega Millions, which I do have a ticket for. I am hoping, praying. I'm a moose. Sorry, I don't have enough hair to moose. Uh, oh, thank you for watching. I hope all is well with you. Please remember to be kind to each other. And in the same breath, I will tell people to shut the fuck up or get going because the light's green, asshole. You can turn right on red. I am trying. It's not successful most often, but I have been more relaxed at work. Um, I haven't gone off too much until Island Radio gets played. Island Radio Day. Or whatever the other stupid songs they fucking play are. It's like, fuck. Why do we have to fucking hear this every fucking night? Direct quote, by the way. Because nobody comes to talk to me. There are some people who work different aisles who will be like, "Oh yeah, hey man, yeah, dar 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 dar, oh dar 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 dar, oh yo yo yo," and I'm thinking, how is it they get their shit done and not help anyone else? I mean, granted, they've been there about longer than I have. I've been working there for 10 years, and I don't want to be there anymore. Mostly due to the fact that the new supervisor, third shift team leader, whatever you want to call her, isn't. She thinks it's her way or is the only way. And like with any job, as soon as you get a new boss, they're like, "This is the way we're gonna do it now." Great. Uh-huh. And previously they were like, "No, in dairy, live load is more important than doing back stock." So everything that expires in a week and a half or two isn't important to stock. Okay. So that will get counted out as junk because we don't sell it. Um, yeah, great. That's fine. Uh, I did the candy aisle the other day, 2 days ago, whatever day, back in November, which is aisle 8. You figure candy usually lasts quite a while for as much sugar as that's in there. So it's like, you know, some of it's good until July of 2021. I found stuff that was expired or expired in a day. It was from the day I did it. I was like, okay. So there were like six. I had 6 containers of uh, a couple of different items. When I went to the cereal bar aisle, which was 9, um, Pringles, Rice Krispie treats, that stuff, Cliff bars. I was stocking the Cliff bar, or that kind of bars, those whatever. And I'm like, okay, I have 3 new boxes of this. There's 5 up here. I'm used to rotating because I work dairy. So you got to rotate the the new stuff you get to the back and the older stuff to the front, which is why if you ever see anybody doing their little reach around, um, for one in the back, they want one that is fresher, I guess. I mean, or maybe they think somebody breathed down the one that's there. I don't know. When I'm not working everything just gets pushed back. Because when I did work dairy, I found items from that expired November 24th. You figure it was the 28th. So I'm like, okay, 4 days. We have stuff in front that expires in January. than stuff that expires in December, which made me go, I wonder what's to the back. November 24th. So I pulled those off. Anyway, back to the granola bar thing. The ones I pulled off expired in October of this year, but 2020. Because the ones I was putting up expire in July of 2021. So I'm like, and then there was like June of 2021, May, February, but the one in the back, it was October 2020. And with as much as that was up there, I really didn't want to check all of them. I don't like working nines. I was asked, where do you want to move to? Derry. That's not an option. Where do you want to move to? 7 and 8 if I have a choice. So she put me in 8 and 9. Because 6 wasn't an option. 6 is like this much out of this much. Because it's the alcohol aisle, but it has Gatorade, which we stock. Gatorade? Yeah, we stock the Gatorade, which is like this much. Or this much out of this much. So it's like we don't have, there isn't a whole lot to do in it, but she said, no, that's not an option. I was like, all right. Then I had to hear the songs. I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. And why do they have to play that song where all the boyfriends come over to fuck her? And she's a nose. Yay. They always want to come, but they never want to leave. It's like, it's almost as bad as, oh, there's a shark in the water. Well, then get the fuck out of the water, you stupid. Sorry. I'm venting. And I apologize. That's why I like talking about the movies. It's like, it's an escape. I can escape, which is why I write. And I need to get cracking on my last of the book. Take care. Thank you for watching.